know it, but you've been de-stressing a little bit. We're de-stressing this morning. That's what we're doing. Because Mama told me there'd be days like this. So we're de-stressing a little bit. Oh, man, do I need to de-stress. So many things going on. I mean, in addition to everything else that's been going on. Yesterday, I hit a deer. And I was at the zoo. So that'll get you in trouble right there. I'm dealing with the age thing. For some reason, the age is starting to creep up. Why? Because things are happening. My granddaughter last week asked me this question. Papa, are you a pilgrim? I couldn't be mad. It's my granddaughter, right? But it came on the heels of something that's happening in my life. Now, you come from a small town like I do. The people that you graduated high school with, you probably went to junior high with, you probably went to grade school with, you probably went to kindergarten with. And I will expose my age right now, but one of my kindergarten classmates is next May planning a 55-year kindergarten reunion. And at first I thought, this is such a novel concept. It'll be so much fun. And then I've been thinking about it, and I don't know if I want to go because I've gained like 160 pounds. I'm just not cute anymore. Flying is another thing I'm having to deal with, seems like more than ever. The more I work, the more I fly, the more stressed out I get. Mainly because they keep programming us, and they won't let this stuff go. The media programs, pumps all this stuff in our head. They're still talking about what happened years ago where the pilot overshot the Minneapolis airport. Remember that story? By 90 miles. The reason they're still talking about it is because they've been investigating this long, and they finally got to the bottom of it, and they determined the reason that happened is because the pilots were on their computers. Really? That's the first thing we got to shut off when we get on the planes. We know what was going on, don't we? How did we not? How could you not know that? The pilot's name, Captain Morgan. I'm just saying. Co-pilot's name was Coke. It was Captain Morgan and Coke. It was... Okay, that wasn't their name, but wouldn't that have been a great story if that had been their name? The media's pumping in our heads all the time about all the stuff that can happen to you when you go through security and get a pat-down, TSA pat-down. It's in the news every day last year. I realized I was telling people, come on, I see it, it's nothing. Quit worrying about it, quit talking about it. And then I realized I couldn't really talk about it intelligently because I've never had a pat-down. So in order to speak intelligently about this, I got myself a pat-down. It's pretty simple, really. Slip your cell phone or your keys in your sock and just walk through that metal detector. You get yourself a pat-down. And this is what I found out. I liked it. I actually went through a second time. I'll tell you this, if you're flying out of Kansas City, you go to gate 35, Southwest Airlines, you ask for Marilyn, she is awesome. What I'm trying to point out is that my stress is not the same as yours, but it's still stress. And regardless of what kind of stress you have, we have to deal with this stress. Regardless of the stress technique that you come up with or whatever works for you, I guarantee it will have this one thing in common. Every stress technique creates distance. Because when you got the problem overwhelming you right here close, you can't see nothing else, and it will overwhelm you and stress you out and wig you out, and your blood flow will go up, and your respiration will go through the roof, and all sorts of negative things happen to you. I used to think this was nonsense. And then I had a doctor tell me that he firmly believed that 75% of all the patients he saw for illness, not accident, but for illness, 75% of them, their condition was caused by or exacerbated by stress. We got to deal with this, folks, because it affects us on a daily basis. And we got to create a little distance. Here's a great metaphor for this. Once again, raise your hand in the air, like this. Now turn it so you're looking at your palm, and place your palm right against your nose. The palm of your hand right against your nose. What do you see? You don't see nothing. You see a big old blob of blur. Nothing. Now back it up full length. Now what do you see? Your eyes are like mine. You're still seeing a blob of blur. I've got 7 fingers. I did not know that. You see your hand. You did one thing. You created distance. Problems and stress here are overwhelming. Got to create a little distance. Any stress technique will do that. I'm going to teach you 5 very quickly. 5 very quickly. And it's going to be easy to remember because it's an acronym. And I apologize for using an acronym. I hate speakers that use acronyms. They will tell the audience the acronym is so you can better remember these points. Who's it really for? It's for us. So I apologize. And I got a lot of friends out there in the business that are just getting stupid with acronyms. I followed a guy the other day who was talking about customer service. His acronym, leadership. L. L is for the love you must show your customers. E. E is the electricity that is in the air when you truly love your customers. A. Always, 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 always love your customers. D. Don't you forget love your customers. Shut up. So I apologize. This just happened about a month ago. Speaker ahead of me, their acronym, serendipity. Fortunately, dipity was just 1 point, but here's my acronym. Real simple, easy word to remember. REACH, R-E-A-C-H. 5 stress management techniques. We're going to hit them real quickly. R-E-A-C-H. R is relaxation. By the way, when I mention these are not going to be the only ones. Let me mention them real quick, and then I'll explain them. Relaxation, exercise, avocation, communication, and humor. Relaxation, exercise, avocation, communication, and humor. Notice I did not say one thing about your moral fiber, your character, your religious beliefs. Why? Because we don't forget that. We know that. When we get stressed out, we fall back on that. You want to know how many people came back to their faith after 9/11? I don't have to remind you that. I'm not going to say anything about, a healthy lifestyle, food, nutrition. You know that. When you get stressed out, you don't drink a 5th of scotch, do you? I should have did a little more research on the group, apparently. You know that. These are the 5 we forget. We forget these 5. R, relaxation. What am I suggesting? Every afternoon you take a 2-hour siesta? If you can get away with it, you dang right that's what you do. But if I would ask for a show of hands, I don't think anybody in the room can pull that off. So here's what you got to understand. At some point in time during the course of the day, and I'm going to give you a little secret, you've got to get blood flow, respiration, heart rate back down to where it should be. The stress response syndrome is a bell curve. It starts here. At some point in time, during the middle of the night or early in the morning, you will be in deep sleep, and everything is right where it should be. Respiration, heart flow, everything's good. Heartbeat, just right there. And then the stress starts to mount. Often, it'll be an alarm clock going off. Then you're trying to hit the snooze. Can't find the snooze. Knock the alarm clock off on your spouse's head. More stress. You don't really sleep during that snooze, do you? No, snooze alarm. I don't know why they call that. That's lay there and think about all this stuff I got to do today alarm. That's what it is. And then you get up, and all the kids didn't get up either. They're late. Toast is burnt, and the shower's hot. Where are you? You're on the top of that stress mountain. You've went up that bell curve. You're at the top. And idealistically, here's what happens. You fix that stuff. You make it go away. You deal with it. You manage it. And then you get back off, and you get down into a state where your body is more relaxed and you're off of the stress mountain. Idealistically, that's what happens. Realistically, what happens? You may get rid of something, but then you put another one on top, another one on top. You never get off of that stress mountain. And there's a lot of bad physiological things that happen to you. So what do you got to do? You got to get off of it every so often. And here's the tip I'm going to give you. Did you know that 1 minute of deep breathing every hour can do that? 1 minute of deep breathing every hour is more beneficial to you from a physiological standpoint than a 30-minute coffee break every half day. Some of you geeks out there and nerds are figuring out, oh, that'll save me time. 1 minute of deep breathing. Let's just see if you know how to do that. Everybody shut your eyes. It's a group exercise. Shut your eyes. Get comfortable in your chair. And take 2 deep breaths for me. Will you do that? Okay, stop. I saw what you were doing. All of you did the same thing. What is that? You were sucking in your gut, sticking out your chest. I don't know. That's a terrible way to breathe. You compress the diaphragm. You don't take in any air whatsoever. Only the top part of the lungs are taking in air. Very little oxygen transfer. It's a terrible way to breathe. But I don't know why we do it. Maybe we think we look better. Suck that gut in. Stick that chest out. That's exactly why I got married. So I got tired of doing that. You want to know how to breathe? Watch a little baby. Watch a little baby taking a nap. When they breathe, what do? What expands? Their abdomen expands. They completely fill those lungs. Now, knowing that information, we're going to do this again. We're going to do it right. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're going to take 2 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Make sure that abdomen expands. One more. Exhale. And snuggle up to your neighbor. Sorry. Forgot where it was. Relaxation. E is exercise. What? You just told me to relax. Now you're telling me to exercise. Yep, I am. They can go hand in hand. I am not telling you, though, that you got to be a marathon runner or a gym rat or a CrossFit trainer or anything like that. It's just got to elevate the heart rate, and it's got to be regular. That's all. Your exercise just has to elevate the heart rate and be regular. That's all. People will sometimes tell me, well, you know, you play a lot of golf. That's not good exercise. Well, if it is, if you play like I do. Come on! Kill! It's regular. Elevates the heart rate. A, avocation. Get a hobby. Get a hobby. If you don't have a hobby, you get one. I did a meeting for a group not too long ago. They introduced their 12 new board members, national board members. 12 came up there. They were reading their biographical data. 7 of the 12 under hobbies listed none. That is a horrible commentary. You get a hobby. If I would ask you what your hobby is, if you can't answer in 5 seconds, like I said, you don't have one. What's your hobby? Reading the paper. No. Now, get a hobby. Make sure of this. Your hobby becomes a hobby and doesn't become a mission. That happens for some of us. Happened for me for a long time. Guy I lived with in my neighborhood for a long time, he was just like I was. Charger, doer, go. Come on, everything's contest. His boy got old enough that he wanted to go-kart. So he and I went down to the local Sears and Roebuck at the time. We bought a go-kart right off the rack. His boy tooled around in the neighborhood in this go-kart. And everything was good. Until the boy up the end of the cul-de-sac, his dad got him a go-kart, and it was bigger, and it was faster. Well, my neighbor and I, we couldn't stand for that. So we took his boy's go-kart. First thing we did, we ripped the engine off that thing. We put a 16-horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine. We changed the gear ratio. We put some big struts on this baby. We got this best centrifugal clutch you could buy. This baby would move. It was the best go-kart you've ever seen. He screamed through that neighborhood. He then started racing in the junior go-kart racing circuit. His dad became president of the Missouri Junior Go-Kart Racing Circuit. You could look out there at any time. In the garage, lights were on, building, welding, fixing, repairing. Is this a stress reducer anymore? No, it's a stress inducer. Make sure that your hobby always remains a stress reducer. Your C is communication. Talk to people. Will you talk to people? This is why we have friends and family. This is why we even talk to ourselves. How many of you talk to yourself? Some of you are going, do I talk to myself? Do I do that? I'm not sure. I think I do. I'm not sure. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. I do. This is why we even have pets. We talk to our pets because they don't. Absolutely, they don't talk back. I am a cat lover. I'm a cat lover. I love cats. I travel. Gotta love cats. One of my cats is a white Persian. Shaded chinchilla, actually. If you'd see the Friskies cat commercial, you would see my cat. Well, not actually my cat, but my type of cat on those Friskies cat commercials, except my cat is prettier and not quite as bright. His personal record on chasing his tail, over 1 minute. Never did figure out I was attached. Caught it a couple times, but never did figure out I was attached. The other day, he got a brown paper bag on his head. I think he would have, he's doing this little cat dance. Couldn't get it off. I think he would have done it all day had I not untied it. Not important, and that's a joke. I'm kidding. I love cats. They taste like chicken. Anyway, it's a joke. That's a joke. Talk to people. Communication, one of the best stress management tools you got. And by the way, on that point, there's got to be somebody on your list of communication that you can share anything with. And I don't care who that is. If that's a spouse, that's awesome. Maybe it's a family member, sibling. I don't care. You're a minister, you're a priest. I don't care. But there's somebody on there that you can share absolutely your deepest, darkest secret or troubling items with, because if you don't, you are like a volcano and you are ready to blow. Communication is a key stress management tool. Talk it out. And I've come up to the H in that word, humor. It's a great stress management tool. And I think you can't say which one's the best, but I know this. It's free. It's cheap. I want you to start using your sense of humor because it allows you to create that distance. That's how I deal with my stress. How do you build your sense of humor? First of all, understand you all have it. Some of you have been stifling it. And I want you to start creating a little distance, and then here's the secret move. Once you've got it to a distance, look at life slightly askew, just slightly askew. I read the newspaper this way. I watch TV this way. This is how you can find that kind of stuff that will make you laugh, and it's a great stress management tool. In today's paper, there's a report that says that cigarette smoking is now contributing to global warming. Well, you know why? It's because we made them go outside. Duh. I'm on the plane the other day, I'm reading this paper, I start laughing. The guy next to me says, "What's so funny?" I said, "Dude, did you read this?" He said, "Yeah, I read it." I said, "You didn't think it was funny?" He said, "I thought it was interesting, but not particularly funny." 80 years ago was America's very first nudist camp. This is the 80th anniversary of America's very first nudist colony. Here's my take on that. That might be a reunion you want to skip. Hey, Charlie, you looking? Whoa, Charlie, whoa. You look like you need ironing, Charlie. There's a new car paint out now called Chroma Flare. You can buy it on General Motors and Nissan cars. It is a car paint that changes color in the sun. Do we really need this technology? Don't we have enough trouble finding a car in a parking lot already? Hey, Bob, what color's your car? I don't know. Red, green, blue, I don't know. I don't have a clue. It's a sunny day. We're in trouble. I'll never find my car now. Have you been to any drive-thru of any fast food place recently? On the drive-thru menu, there's a sign. I love this sign. It's on all of them. Braille menu available upon request. It's on the drive-thru. When's the last time you saw Stevie Wonder going through the drive-thru? Ever? And the other thing those companies amaze me for, they spend $1 bazillion on storefront, work, advertising, product development, and they refuse to spend more than 49 cents on the intercom system at the drive-thru. Because you pull through there and what do you hear? You want to get even? Here's what you do. Next time you pull through that drive-thru and you're greeted with, here's what you do. Cup your hand. Get real close to that intercom system and do this. Yeah, I'd like to order 16. And 12. No, wait a minute. Make that a 4. And some carrot cake. I did this last week. A gal inside said, "That'll be $12.49. Pull through, please." What did I order? Maybe this won't work for you. Maybe you can't do that. Maybe you can't see that. Here's what you do tomorrow morning. You wipe the sleep from your eyes. And while you're still in your underwear, you charge into that bathroom and stare at yourself in the mirror. You will cry. What happened to me? Then you know what you'll do? You'll laugh. We're funny-looking creatures, let's face it. We are not the most beautiful creature on the planet. I hate to tell you that if you didn't know that. That'd be a great debate, wouldn't it? What is the most beautiful creature on the planet? I don't know. Is it a white Bengal tiger? Oh, that's a beautiful animal. Racing thoroughbred running through the field, muscles glistening in the sun. Oh, that's a beautiful animal. Me in my underwear. No! No! I know my maker put me together funny. How did I know that? He put my spare hair on my back. I just lost these two ladies right there. I was fine up to that point, wasn't I? And that was way too much. What am I saying? Will you laugh at yourself? Folks, there's not a person in this room who doesn't do goofy, silly stuff. We need to start laughing at ourselves a little bit. I guess what I'm getting at is I want you to stop taking yourself so... Oh, man, did I set you up for that? That is the last thing that I want. I want you to take your job seriously because you do it so well and because it is so, so important. It's a matter of life and death. What you do is serious stuff. I don't want you to stop taking yourself seriously, but I want you to stop taking yourself so solemnly. And there is a huge difference. We can put work and play together, and we get better at work when we do that. So I want you to laugh at yourself a little bit. I know everybody in this room does it at least when they put the phone to their ear. I think we extract brain cells when we do that. Like when you got to call somebody at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, what happens? The phone will ring 14 times. The other party will answer the phone. It'll sound like this. Yeah. Hello? Then what do you say? Did I wake you? Were you sleeping? Does it get any brighter on the other end of the line? No, because what do they say? No. No, I was just laying down. I've been laying down about 5 or 6 hours now. Kind of a long lay down, actually. Well, it's a good thing you called. I could have been laying down forever. You know, having to be a strange hotel room, the phone will ring at 3 in the morning. I'll stumble over nightstands, suitcases, beds. I'll answer it in my gravelly voice at 3 in the morning. Yeah. Hello? Jennifer? Yeah, this is Jennifer. It's okay. You know what this means? It means you're normal. That's all it means. It just means you're normal. My best buddy is Sid. I talk to Sid all the time. He's my man friend, my guy friend. I talk sports, hunting, fishing. There's only one person I talk to him more, or talk to more than I talk to my buddy Sid, and that's my wife, Terry. And I don't know when this started, years ago. We ended a phone conversation this way. Love you, babe, hang up. Every phone conversation. Love you, babe, hang up. I can be at the grocery store. What kind of soup? Love you, babe, hang up. Except on this day and moment in time, I'm not talking to my wife, Terry. Some of you working ahead of me, I see, yeah. I'm talking to my buddy Sid. And I said, listen, I got to run. He says, I got to run too. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, I'll talk to you later too. All right, love you, babe. No. I called my man friend, babe. Maybe he didn't hear me. Then the phone rang, caller ID, it's Sid. Oh, no. Hello? Did you call me, babe? Yeah. But I didn't mean to. I just said it. I didn't mean nothing by it. I just said it. You know, I was in L.A. this week, and in L.A., everybody calls everybody babe. They just say it. I didn't mean nothing by it. I just said it. Didn't mean nothing by it. Well, okay. Well, I love you, too. He is laughing before he can get that receiver hung up because I can hear him laughing, and I'm laughing on my end, and a unique phenomenon occurs, my friends. We are awake. My mind is alert. I'm ready to go. I'm refreshed. I'm charged up. I'm ready to tackle the problems. Does it make the problems go away? No, but it puts me in a better frame of mind so that I can tackle those problems. Now, this is a theory of what I came to say, but I know every audience wants more than theory. So I'd like to give you something that would put money in your pocket. Would you like that? Of course you would. A lot of you take clothes to the cleaners. You stop doing that. That is a waste of time. That is a waste of money. You take a shirt to the cleaners. It's going to cost you a couple bucks to get it cleaned. This is what you do instead. You take that dirty shirt and you give it. You just give it to the Salvation Army. They will clean it. They'll put it on a hanger. You come back in the next day. You buy it for $1. You made $1 in the deal right there. Thank you very much. You've been the best group. God love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Love you, babe.